Good morning, everyone. I hope everybody's having a good day. Don't start this again today.
It's a good day. It's
Okay,
a
there
good
we are.
day for singing the blues. It's a good day for tying your shoes. It's a good day.
Good morning, Javis. Good morning, Beth. Good morning, Wendy. Good morning, Mr. Bumcrack. Well, the big thing in the news today is the storms that's coming through. Beth, did you get a lot of wind yesterday? Todd said he did. They're expecting a lot of rain over here on the East Coast. Good morning, Vintage. Where you at, Jabus? But yeah, they're calling for a lot of rain here today. Actually, our schools in the state of North Carolina are closed because the governor called for a state of emergency sometime during the night. Oh, you're in Spartanburg. Oh, cool. Um, yeah, yeah. It's supposed to be nasty that direction. What was it they were having in Spartanburg? Tornadoes, honey?
What?
You said something a while ago about Spartanburg. I said, was that the tornadoes or just heavy rains?
Well, I mean, we're all in the tornado area.
Yeah. But Wendy's expecting 3 to 5 inches of snow. If I think all of the like central Pennsylvania is supposed to get hit pretty hard today. So y'all be careful. Javis, you be careful down in Spartanburg because we are supposed to get a lot of rain this afternoon. Good morning, Texas. Are you in central Wisconsin, Wendy? I'm sure y'all will be getting it. 3 to 5 inches would shut the Carolinas down for a week. So everybody be safe, especially the areas where there's a lot of wind. Good morning, Mr. Sadie.
Yeah, it was screaming yesterday. If y'all get it like we did, it's just gonna, yeah, bad wind.
Well, that's good, James, that you got a 2 day handling. Mr. Sadie's getting snow, apparently.
Really?
Yeah, he's got little snowflakes up in this thing. Uh, would like a couple more weeks before we have snow. Good morning, John. Good morning, Lag.
We're supposed to maybe get snow Monday.
Do y'all really get a lot of snow?
Nope.
I didn't think so because when I was in Dallas 100 years ago, it was like it was ice and snow, and it had the city shut down. I flew in, was visiting some friends, and during the night it hit, and it seemed like it was sort of like out here in the Carolinas. We have ice and snow, and the next day it's normally gone, and that's what happened there. Really, no schools run if the winds are over 30 miles an hour.
Right, because it's dangerous for buses.
Huh?
because it's dangerous for buses.
Yeah. Well, that's South Carolina's
That was the
policy.
reason North Carolina closed.
Good morning, Adam. Yeah. If it would start snowing on Friday and end on Saturday and be gone by Monday, that would be fine with me. This the thing about where you have a foot of snow on the ground for 3 weeks. Uh, no, y'all can keep that. And poor old Bridget and Sally that have and Nikki, that have that snow on the ground. All I don't know how you don't haven't killed somebody. I'd go crazy. Yeah, my wife, Javis, my wife just said it was because of the buses. I guess it'll if it's gusting over 30, it could topple them. Waxahachie, is that pronounced right? Texas.
Yeah.
My mom and dad used to have a place out on the lake, and they their insurance company was wanting them to get flood insurance, and my dad was like, "We are like 30 feet above the high water mark of the bridge at the dam. If we flood, you got worse problems than that because the water will be about 30 feet above running over the top of the dam, which is probably going to knock it out."
Cha-ching.
Look at you, already got one. Good morning, Jennifer.
Granny square crochet extra large multicolor Afghan throw 80 by 102 inches.
So, I started working on a project yesterday. I've been gathering up. I got a bunch of miscellaneous bicycle parts that I have no idea what they are. I mean, some of them are sprockets, and some of them are just little clips for cables.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so I've been gathering them up and throwing in a few larger things, and I've got like 6 or 7 groupings that will fit inside of a priority mail padded envelope, and I'm going to list a couple of them on eBay as an auction and see how that goes. Because I don't, it literally is a lot of 40 miscellaneous parts for bicycles or bicycle parts. In the description, it says, "I have no idea what these are for." Therefore, that's the reason behind the bulk listing, to see if there's anybody that knows about. Good morning, little Debbie. See if people knows if there's anything good in there, and if they don't, it don't cost nothing because I have 500 free auction listings. I'll start them off with about $9.99 plus handle and shipping. Because I don't know what else to do with this stuff. There looks like there's some bicycle handlebar extensions and do you remember they called them English racers back when I was a kid? It was the bicycles that had the flip down handlebars that looked like sort of like a ram's horn or something of that sort. Do you remember those, or did they have those out in
Yeah,
Texas?
I had one.
Oh, you had one?
Yeah. It's weird. It was three speed and it shifted by cranking the handle.
Yeah. He's packing. What are you packing?
This is a golf cart charger. And it sold yesterday for $160. And I'm taking the handle off so it's easier to pack. Uh-huh. So that's what I'm doing. Taking the handle off. Might as well. Oh, cha-ching.
Dang, Todd.
Oh, no, they paid for it.
Did they make you an offer the first time?
They did. I had it up for $34.95, and they offered 25, and I countered with 30, and they bought it.
Well, good.
Da-da-da.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Roberta got up and came out here and was working, and I didn't even feel her get out of bed. And I was laying there, and then all of a sudden, I woke up, and I was like, oh my God, what time is it? Oh, well, I patted her side of the bed, and she was gone, so I knew it was at least 6:30. And I looked at the cable box, and it was 7:50. So I got up and got me some coffee, but I could have laid there because it's so. We have blackout curtains on our bedroom, and between that and it being dark and outside, I could just lay there and sleep. I was just feeling lazy this morning. Let's see what. Uh, Jabez asked if people still have cable boxes. Yeah, they're on their way out though. They're going to like a Roku app or Roku box.
Green Bay's getting ready for blizzard conditions.
Huh?
Green Bay's getting ready for blizzard conditions.
My little weather forecaster over here said Green Bay is getting ready for a blizzard. I thought they always stayed. Yeah, lag. Thank you. I always appreciate the good comments. Oh, there's Craig. Is there something wrong with having an alarm clock, Craig? Good morning. Beth, you headed to the office? Be careful out there if it gets bad. You have Uverse, Mr. Sadie? Um, I'm just old school. Yes, we still have a house phone because I'm not 16 years old and walk around with my cell phone in my pocket. Actually, I don't even know where it is right now. I think it's on the kitchen table. If I have to go out, which I'm not planning on it, I'll find it.
Ground stop in Atlanta.
Do what?
Airport is at a ground stop in Atlanta.
Did you say the airport was at ground stop?
They were grounded, yeah.
Apparently, Atlanta's airport's grounded. No, Craig, it is not a rotary. It's touch-tone. God, you people are bitches this morning.
Crank it and talk to Madge at the operator's office. Operator.
You know, I'm surprised like Netflix and places like, those services like that don't have a tremendous amount of volume of people subscribing for a month or two, watching everything on it, and then unsubscribing and waiting, 6 months for them to get new stuff on there. Okay. Mr. Sadie, y'all getting a lot of snow out there today? So you'll be working in the shop all day? Or you have to get out and shovel off the sidewalks? Oh, my goodness. I would not want to look forward to that. Yeah, Adam, I use my son's Macs, but they just, I don't know, they just don't have a lot of. After 30 days, you've watched just about everything that's worth watching. Just, I haven't seen him yet. Anissa, y'all getting slammed with snow today? Aren't you over in Central P? Sorry guys, I'm old. I forget where you're at. Aren't you in Central PA? What's the background on the show? You talking about back there? That's just my drunk, my stuff. Or rephrase that.
Did you just say that's my drunk?
No, junk.
Oh, box
Are
one,
you?
box two,
Yeah.
box 12.
Oh, you talking about my? That's downtown Charlotte. I'm sorry. Hang on, Todd. Don't go nowhere. Uh, yeah, no, we're not talking about that. I don't want to shame you people. Sorry, lag. Still trying to get woke up this morning. Mr. Sadie, I don't even go outside the house if it snows. Roberta doesn't eat either. Well, we might walk outside and go, "Oh, it's snowing," but no, we do not. We do not shovel snow. We do.
We don't get enough snow to show.
Yeah, yeah. That's the Duke building. Um, we just don't get enough snow to shovel. I don't have. Even though they can start. Yeah, yeah. Only I'm not in. I'm above. I'm in the above ground basement. If they start calling for snow, boy, the shovel. You can go to Lowe's and Home Depot and Walmart, and right at the front door is those big plastic shovels. That I was talking to a guy one time, and he said those plastic shovels wouldn't last no time up north where he was from. Chili 41 and falling on the back patio. I just don't. But we don't have to. We never shovel, Mr. Sadie. And if it needs to be shoveled, everybody needs to stay at home because these people can't drive when it's sunny and 70. More or less when there's something slick on the road. How many you got going out today, Mr. Sadie? Todd, Mr. Silverhair Stacker.
That one that just rang will make it 9. A good day of sales yesterday. I swear I don't know why I'm doing so good on eBay in 23, 24, but I am.
You just got the stuff that people want to buy. You're not selling a pair of 14 pairs of Gap jeans. If Gap even makes jeans. Or Forever 21.
I mean, for the amount of work that I do, actual work at eBay,
Right.
I'm making like $35 an hour. I figured it up a couple of days ago. And I'm like, I wasn't making that at Home Depot. Plus, that was a lot harder working at, I know, don't jinx myself, but dang.
Did you probably making less than that when you were a teacher too, with all the extra hours that you had to put in.
Oh, yeah.
Because I mean, it's not like an 8 to 5 at school. Well,
No,
I know it's not for the regular teachers, band directors, music teachers. I don't know what all extra stuff you have to do, but did you teach any classes besides music? Band.
yep. We've already had this talk, but
Have we? Hey,
I'll tell you again. Yeah, if you're a band director in a small town, I did 2 or 3 years of elementary PE. Third and fourth graders. I couldn't handle the little bitty ones, but
Yeah. Now, is it all boys or boys and girls? Because I know they don't dress
yeah,
out and all that kind of
it
stuff.
was mixed. I did about 5 years of high school geography. I was a hand model on the side.
Yeah. You worked with Madge.
I did a couple of years of junior high Texas history. I did
You didn't do any math or sciences.
let's see.
Because
Didn't
that's
do
what
any
the that's
didn't
what
do
the
any science or math.
that's what the coaches they taught when I was in high school. They taught math.
Yeah, Texas history, that was the best subject. I've forgotten all of it. I taught it straight from the book because I'd never taught it.
Javis says elementary PE. That's like herding cats.
They kind of forced me into I taught choir for 2 years. That was stupid. The only reason they had a choir class was there was one pair of parents that thought to get their fine arts credit, they had to have like a year's worth of fine arts credit and to graduate high school. And there were some kids that weren't talented enough to be in band.
Right.
So they stuck them in choir, and man, it was pretty bad. I think the biggest choir class was maybe 8 kids.
Being that you taught all over the spectrum, this is not supposed to be a smart ass remark about Texas, and where you were from, but was all the schools like in one complex?
Uh,
Was that thunder?
Yes, it was.
yeah, there was the elementary school, junior high, and high school were right there on the same campus.
Yeah.
They weren't in the same building, but
Right. There's a big thing about in the smaller school districts in rural South Carolina is that they're building. Let's say it's an H-shaped building. The left side will be middle school, and the right side will be high school, and down through the middle is administrative offices, cafeteria, libraries, gymnasiums. You know, the rooms for the band and the choral deal, so they can have new buildings or build new buildings, but get maximize the expense. And if in the future they need to build another they like their middle school grows, then they can build a new middle school. And
no, I never punched a kid. I have punched my music stand before, though. Get so mad at the kids, I just wham, hurt my hand.
I don't have
I,
the patience. I don't have the patience for that.
I would have punched lag.
When I was helping coach the the cross country
A
team, when
magician. What?
I couldn't even handle the kids for that long.
What's music got to do with being a magician, lag? I think he's confused.
It's
Did I hear right, Larry's got a birthday today?
Larry who, Mr.
Or was it?
Sadie.
No, it was Glenn. Glenn's got a birthday today, I think.
Okay, cool.
Maybe he'll come on in a little bit.
Yeah.
So you can sing to him.
Happy birthday to you. Or should we do like Denny's? Happy birthday. It's your special day. Happy birthday.
Oh my God.
Don't forget to pay. Oh, Lord.
Yeah, it's Glenn's birthday. Happy birthday, Glenn. He'll probably come in a little bit.
I've never been an Elvis fan. I don't keep up with him. I know Valerie Cunningham is probably burning me in effigy right now for saying that, because she's a big Elvis fan.
Heard a room full of cats. That's kind of like what? That's kind of like
Good morning,
how
Mike.
middle school teachers, middle school kids were. They're just a bucket of hormones.
Boy, things have changed. You are a slack ass teacher. Because I tell you what, Mr. Hoff taught middle school band, and then he in the morning, and then he went across the street to the high school, and man, he ran. You either listened and kept your mouth shut and less spoken to, or you are not in his class anymore. You said, Mr. Sadie, you say Todd should be a national holiday. Todd's about as old as Saint Nick, so they should both have days. I take it you're with the wind and what is it as windy down there today as it was yesterday?
No, this is windy today.
Yeah.
Yesterday it was screaming. It got up. I bet we had. I bet we had over 40-mile-an-hour gusts. It rained some, and the rain was coming sideways like that Forrest Gump show.
Yeah.
Man,
It was thundering a little bit ago, so I guess we're getting ready to start the rain. My mom's got a doctor's appointment this morning, so I'm hoping that it holds off until she gets finished with that. But
keep a grip on the steering wheel.
yeah. Well, with your little flashy car, you're not getting the same kind of wind as you would in your truck. Jabus lives about. Said he was in Spartanburg, so that means he's either anywhere from 2 hours to 3 days away from us, from me, deciding on depending on how the traffic's running on 85.
Mm-hmm.
You expecting flash flooding? I don't. Yeah, they're expecting flash flooding here too. It's not going to be a. I think it's going to be a slow day for everybody. I'm glad Roberta could work from home today, so she don't have to get out in it. She's knock on wood. We we lose power and cable around here like it's when it rains real bad. So yeah, going through Gastonia, that is all that construction actually between you and Charlotte on 85 is throws a kink in it because I-85 is a very popular interstate. It and I-40 and I-95. No, then I can't. I got everything I need for my situation because, like right now, if we lose power and Roberta decides she's not going to go to the office, we would just kind of like curl up in the recliners and on the bed and take a nap.
I'm not going to the office. I've already told them.
Oh, 85. At some point or another between Charlotte and Atlanta will be like 6 lanes on each side. We have so much traffic going out back and forth. Which they're supposed to be building a high-speed train between the two cities. Since we're like the largest cities in this area. Mike, did you say Florida? Dude, have you been smoking this morning? Florida is supposed to get down to a negative 15, some kind of polar vortex. Yeah. Well, it's like Las Vegas. Not for Las Vegas, Los Angeles. I flew into Los Angeles one time and we flew for 45 minutes over Los Angeles, which is a metropolitan area of Los Angeles. It's just like they just keep building towards the Mississippi, further and further and further out. James, you better be careful with them sharp knives. Good morning, by the way. Man, you talk about sending some place to a tailspin. I could not imagine Florida being at 15 below. Not even for 45 minutes. The only people would be good is all the rich people with their fur coats. My younger brother used to do leather work. He made a lot of stuff for repaired a lot of their saddles and things like that. Yeah, I think everybody's over it. Yeah. Oh, could you imagine Disney World?
Dang, James.
Yeah, but yeah, we seem to have gotten over everybody's gotten over their COVID, and now I think it's just
Man, you got it over it quick compared to mine. Sheesh.
yeah. Well, the second time I had it, or was it the third time? It took me forever to get over it. I kept a cough. Yeah, but this time I got over it pretty easy. Yeah, they keep talking about that polar shift.
Polar shit.
Shift.
Oh,
Where the Earth rotates and so the poles are now at what our equator is now.
oh, okay.
They stitched it up. It must have been a bad cut. You just must have went out there and stuck it in some dog poo and some mud and wrapped a band-aid around it and called it good. Made a trip all the way to the emergency room to get it stitched up. Or did you do one of those uh, self-stitching jobs? So what everybody got going on today? Everybody shipping a lot of stuff. Anissa, How's things for you up in PA today? You got a lot going out? Okay, here's an Uncle Tom story for you. My grandmother, when we were, I guess, well, it was before we moved to Rock Hill, so I would say I was between the ages of 10 and 13. She she slipped down and cracked her leg or broke her leg. It wasn't like break all the way through, but it was more than just a fracture. And my aunt that my grandmother lived with called my mom about it. My mama jumped in the car and went over there to check on her. And my grandmother was wanting to wrap it in a paper bag and go get some clay out of the ditch and make her a cast. My mother said she just told my grandmother, and I've never heard my mother speak harsh to my grandmother. She said she told her, "No, you're going to get your ass in the car, and we're going to the ER." And they ended up putting a full cast on it on her leg. She's going to get some paper bag and some clay out of the ditch. That's the way she was. You gotta love them old people. That's why everybody loves Todd. Yeah, that generation was tough. So, and she was from a farming family. I mean, both sides of my family.
Sadie sent me a picture. He said he's ready for the snow day.
Okay.
He's got his Jameson right there.
Yeah, well, just don't wear anything, James. Get everything that pulls on. Some sweats and a t-shirt. Yeah, my grandmother, she was she always, we were when she'd come up to visit my mom and dad when they lived out on the lake. They had a porch that was all the way across the back of the house.
I'll be right back.
Okay, and
Hold that story. I don't want to miss it.
okay.
No, go ahead.
I'll forget what I was going to say by the time you get back. And we were sitting out on like it was all the way across the back of the house, and it overlooked Lake Wiley. And we were sitting out there talking, and it was in the evening, and because she liked to go out and sit on the back porch and watch the ducks come in, and uh, but anyway, we were sitting out there talking and about various and sundry things, and I don't know what got her on the subject, but she said she started talking about. Well, we were talking about her having a rough life on the farm, and she says, "I don't understand these girls. They're wanting all these women's rights and women's libs and stuff like that." She says, "I've always had women's rights." She says, "And I don't want them anymore." Because she would get up in the morning with my grandfather at 5 o'clock in the morning, get her 11 kids and her husband fed breakfast, clean up. Then she'd go work in the fields till lunchtime and with my grandfather. And then she would leave the field and come home and fix a big lunch because that's what they did. They had a big lunch. Feed the family, feed any of the hands that were helping them. And then she would clean up, wash them clothes, and go back out in the field. And then that night they would just like warm up leftovers from lunch. And she said she didn't want to work as hard as her dad did or her husband did. And but she did. And I don't even know if I could do something like that nowadays. So are you getting ready to close your farming operation down for the winter? Texas? Lag, you haven't ever done a hard day's labor at all. Have you ever cut the grass?
He didn't ever go outside. What are you talking about? Website.
Listen, you got a good point there, James. When I was in high school, like when they were having shuttle launches and whatnot, NASA launches, they only had enough TVs that you'd put like three classrooms in one. They'd combine all three classrooms into one room, and they just barely had enough TVs if they did that. We had a library. We didn't have, or in some parts of the country, we had a library. Uh, we didn't have media rooms. All we had was books. You pay somebody to. Yeah, they have lots of grass in Philly. It's about a nickel bag is about $500 now. You know, yeah. I was in the car when I heard about it. you had to you had to share the Dick Tracy wrist radio. All right, Beth. Have a good day. Be safe if it's still having weather down there, because I know that area always has weather.
Oh, Sadie. You sent me another picture. He had two choices for dinner yesterday. Take it or leave it.
Yeah. Well, that's basically the way it was when I was a kid. You ate what mom made for dinner, or you did. You just went hungry.
Hmm. Speaking of hungry, been on keto for a week. Lost 2 pounds, but man, I want a biscuit. I want a bag of chips. I want.
I That's the only thing about keto is that a month into it, you want some Bojangle biscuits so bad, or even just a slice of toast.
Yeah, man, we're eating a lot of eggs and chicken, turkey, ham.
There's a link for anybody who wants to join us for this intellectual conversation.
Broccoli, cauliflower, almonds. Keto's tough, man.
Yeah, absolutely, James.
Carbs,
Everybody eats everything as a sandwich nowadays. So
yeah. We went to eat at the Mexican food place on Friday,
mm-hmm.
and I got their spicy chicken dinner.
Right.
And man, it was tough just leaving those rice and beans sitting there.
I love rice. If I have leftover rice, I can throw it in a skillet with a scrambled egg and some bacon bits, and I've got breakfast. At lunch or dinner, if I got some rice, I'll do the same thing and throw in taco meat or whatever I got left, whatever's in the refrigerator. I could live off of rice, beans and rice, rice with beans, all of that. I could live off of rice, and that's been
Yeah.
that's the hardest thing about the keto is not eating rice because I love rice. Oh, you just had pizza? We had we had pizza Saturday night because we were getting back on keto, and I'm watching it really hard. Watching it really tight because I have got to lose some weight. As I said, my doctor said he'd like to see me about 170, and I said I'd like to see me at 172. Okay, y'all can quit talking about the damn bread now. Yeah, I love I love some French toast. Like says he'll eat your share of the carbs, Todd. But Scott, Bearded Picker, he's lost a lot of weight off of doing keto. Well, I'm glad it was yummy, Jennifer. Now hush. It's So what all you got planned for the rest of the day? You gonna go out and hustle some stuff? You gonna list some stuff?
Ship,
Ship?
list, walk, fart.
No, Mike. I want to. Yeah, shrink me. I get it now. I would like to keep my 5'10" statue, and just my circumference around my waist. I would like to reduce. Because I'm gonna tell you what, it's a long ways from the front of the ship to the back of the ship. If you all the shows are at the front of the ship, and the buffets are usually at the back of the ship. That
There
takes a
was
lot
a
of walking.
there was a hotel explosion yesterday.
Not that I know of.
I don't watch the news, the regular news. Let's see. Hotel explosion in Fort Worth. Injures 21.
Did they say
Gas.
that's the fart comment? You about an hour and a half away from Fort Worth? Yeah, that was it. That was Todd.
Yeah, and that was right by downtown. The we're about 80 miles from the explosion, I guess.
Hmm.
You don't mess around with natural gas leaks.
No, you don't.
When some friends in the town I used to teach in lived out in the country, and there were natural gas wells all over and people would just pump that straight into their house from their own well. And, a lot of times people would build their own.
So
And
it's,
uh, one time a house just blew up, injured the whole family, all five of them.
you take you some towels back there. I was about
Yeah.
to go find out what happened to Roberta, but she went and she took a shower. I was starting to get concerned, and I forgot she said she was going to get a shower earlier. Oh, your dad has a natural gas well? Does he own the rights to it, or were the what do they call it? The mineral rights. Was all that sold off some time ago?
Yeah, I like cooking with gas. We hadn't had a gas stove in, oh God, 25 years, 30 years. Yeah, with a gas stove, you turn it off and it's off.
Yeah, that's the reason all the cooking programs they're cooking on gas. Yeah, but Mr. Sadie, you use that to heat your house with too, don't you? If I bake something in the oven while it's been cold, I'll after I take it out, turn the oven off, I crack the oven door so the heat will come off into the kitchen.
Flag, you're a piece of work. Oh, Lordy.
My grandmother, not the one I mentioned before, my grandmother Huck's, her house was an old farmhouse, and she had a gas heater in the living room where everybody that was where everybody congregated. So during the winter months, you get warm in the living room, and then you would run to the bed and jump into bed because she had about 5 quilts on the bed. It never did have central heat or AC. And my mother tried to get her to allow my dad to have central heating and AC put in it. She's like, no, that just costs too much money, and I don't need it.
Mm-hmm.
Now we have a gas for our hot water tank, and I like that because even if we don't have any power, being that we're on city water, we have hot water. So you can make a cup of instant coffee, and at least it's a little warm.
And this, I'll trade you electric bills.
Yours was like $400 during the summer, wasn't it?
700.
Mm.
It was 680 something bucks August? Sheesh.
I'm surprised Gwen didn't have you down at the Wendy's working the counter,
I know.
helping to pay for that power bill. $700. Are you kidding? If our power bill got up to $700 around here, Roberta would have every damn electronic in this house turned unplugged. You're allocated 30 minutes to charge your phone, and that's about it. But
Yeah,
that was because
we're all electric. We had a swimming pool pump.
it was also very, very hot down there, and I
Yeah,
bet that AC was running full time.
Yeah. I need to, I think I need to get our windows replaced. I think that's a big part of it. I had some more insulation blown into the attic about 10 years ago. And that helped some back then, but
Right
no,
after right after we bought this place, we had this stuff put up in the attic that they were selling, and it's like it looks like aluminum foil, but it's got a like a cardboard feel to it, and it's probably a 64th of an inch thick, and our whole attic has it on it. And I don't know whether that's just because we think it does, but it just seems like this house, if we were to lose power, it would take a couple of days to get down to freezing from where we have the thermostat set, if not longer. So I don't know whether it, really does what it they say it does, but it appears to be, and I guess that's all good.
we got a fireplace in the living room, but when we use it, the living room and kitchen and dining room stay warm and the rest of the house freezes because it shuts off the thermostat.
Right. Yeah, Mr. Sadie. Todd's got the guest house and the maid's quarters. That picture when he's cutting the grass, that's the servants areas of the ranch. The G and T, the bar GT, Gwen and Todd. The big house is back there in the behind all of that. Yeah, like he's got to keep his death pile warm. Windows are expensive, even when they're doing the buy one get one free. All right, guys, it's after 10 o'clock. I gotta go.
Yeah,
I want to start trying to keep these things to an hour, and
all right.
especially these days, I don't have
Yeah.
anything to talk about. Nobody seems to have anything to talk
Yeah,
about.
without Bearded Picker here, shows don't need to last that long.
Yeah,
He
that's
can
right.
he can keep a conversation going
Yeah, Tara and Jim can too. I
or
mean, I can.
debate.
Yeah. So I hope everybody has a great day. Stay safe with all this crazy weather going through. Jabus, be safe down there.
So yesterday Scott tried to do a live on the book
Uh huh.
and his internet screwed up. So I guess he'll try to do it again tonight. So
How is it? The book. Apparently you're reading it or read it.
it is it's got good information, but it's boring as hell.
See, that's just it. Most of those kind of books, um, I just start daydreaming. Yeah, my mind drifts off. And of course,
And the book is kind of geared for businesses that are larger than mine.
right.
Like, yeah. So one of the things is you're supposed to open up 5 new bank accounts and have a separate account for tax, a separate account for your business, a separate account for profit, so 5 different
Right.
accounts, and that way you wouldn't misappropriate any of the money to to run your business without making a profit. So everything's good in theory, but yeah, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah,
I
you
keep
know,
I keep up with my bank account. I don't think I need 5 because um, I can keep things separated out without it. We've got 3 bank accounts anyway. I got one that my retirement check goes to, and then we got one in town that Gwen's retirement check goes to, and then I've got a another account at Bank of America that all my eBay stuff goes to, and that's all the separate I need.
yeah. Some of these people, I said I was going to end it, but I'm going to add one last comment. Back when, I guess in '08, that time back there, people were, companies were shutting down because they couldn't borrow the money to make their payroll. And I always, you know, even though my dad's company was a little company, the money to make payroll was the first thing that got paid back when, when things got kind of slow. And then the utilities. And, you know, family paychecks could sit in the drawer for for a little while if they had to. But I just didn't understand that. I always borrow in money to uh, to stay in the business. But that's just my opinion. Are you kidding, Mr. Sadie? Lag's supposed to be on everybody's next to kin list. So anyway, I need to get out of here. It's thundering again. Y'all be safe when you're out. And I guess Scott will be on tomorrow morning.
Tonight, too.
Oh, is he doing one tonight too?
Yeah, the book is tonight, and then
Oh,
he'll do his regular morning show, I'm sure.
okay. So anyway, y'all have a great day. Bye.
Bye.